Hey guys, so what is going on with the eruption in the Sutnuka crater series in Iceland? Some scientists have said they'd be surprised if the eruption will survive Easter. Well, Easter is over and I hope you all had a beautiful, blessed and peaceful Easter. But the eruption is still here. But there's a little bit of a difference. There were 3 craters where lava was flowing from, and now there's definitely only 2 left. The 3rd crater has died off, but that one was small anyway. So we've got the 2 bigger ones still going, and there seems to be a continuous flow. So the Icelandic MET Office has released a new update, and I want to bring you up to speed about what's happening. So they're saying the eruption in the Sutnuka crater series continues and the 2 craters are active. They confirm that. The land rise in Swartsengi has not been detected. That means the land seems not to be rising anymore in Swartsengi. So it seems that there is a balanced flow right from the deeper magma reservoir. It's flowing right through the magma chamber and out. So that means it's not filling up in the magma chamber at the moment. So there is the amount of magma that is coming up from the deeper magma reservoir seems to be small enough so that it can flow right out. So it's not that much that it would fill up in the magma chamber and build up pressure there. So it seems the land rise has stopped. So they're saying that mainly indicates that the magma is less concentrated in the magma chamber. We just talked about this. So it is flowing directly out. I used that comparison in my video that I released yesterday. If you turn on a garden hose, the water flows right through there. So it's a constant flow and a constant pressure. So it could be that this balance has been established, but they cannot confirm it yet. They need to do more geochemical measurements that would confirm this. They say they will do this in the near future. Also, there are experts from Land Surveying Iceland, and they have processed satellite images that were taken on March 27th. And these images show that the lava is spread out quite a bit. So they're saying the width of that lava carpet is roughly 6 square kilometers. And now, and this is interesting, the volume of the lava that has flown out of this eruption since the beginning of the eruption is roughly 25.7 million cubic meters, and the margin of error is plus minus 1.9 million cubic meters. And that is interesting. That is a lot. That is basically at least twice the size of the capacity of that shallow magma chamber underneath Swartsengi, because we remember in the past, whenever the magma chamber had reached an amount of 8 million to 13 million cubic meters, they said an event is imminent, an event could occur. So the last eruptions and intrusions always happened when there was something between 8 to 13 million cubic meters in that magma chamber. So we have almost like 26 million cubic meters that has flown out there. So that is a lot. And then what's the average flow per second that comes out of this eruption? So the average flow of lava that came out from these craters during the period of March 20th to March 27th is estimated at 7.8 cubic meters per second, and the margin of error is about 0.7 cubic meters per second. And they're saying that this is very comparable to the lava flow in the first phase of the eruption that we have seen at Fagradalsfjall in 2021. So what they want to do next to further determine what's going on there, they want to take aerial photographs of the area in the coming days to obtain like an updated lava flow, updated from March 27th, that would shed more light on the activity of the eruption that is still going on. An interesting thing is they have released an updated map that shows the extent of lava and the thickness, but that's as of March 27th. And it is interesting if you compare it to the map that they have released on March 20th. And the deeper the red areas, that means the higher the lava is. And we know, as you can see, like the more the yellow areas, you can see this is basically what did flow within the first few hours or days. It was very liquid, it was flowing, and it was spreading very fast. That's why they were worried. If you look at the southern tip where it flows along the defense walls of Grindavik, they were worried, and you see the black line, you see the road there that leads east out of Grindavik. They were worried that the lava would cross that road and flow into the sea, and then cause, if it mixes with water, cause toxic gases. But that hasn't happened. What has actually happened then after a few days is the lava started building up on top of the lava that did already flow. So it was getting higher and higher and higher. And that's why it's getting darker red. And there you see they needed to increase the height of the defense walls, because the defense walls were 8 meters high. And if you can see there on the left side, there's this table what each color means. And you see, once we're getting out of the orange area, it's already like 8 to 10 meters. And the more red areas is 10 to 12 meters. So that would mean the lava could have breached the defense walls and could have I'm still working on this, could have flowed over the defense walls and then into Grindavik and done a lot of damage. And of course, you see the very, very dark spots. That's the areas where it's higher than 16 meters. So that is basically, if you look north, that's where the craters are, where the magma comes to the surface and the lava's flowing out. So the lava flow is building up on top of there. And then you see more to the west, there's also a dark spot where it has built up. There was this gravel pit where they were getting their lava rocks, their rocks that they used to build the defense walls of Grindavik. And of course, there was a low spot, so that has been filled up by lava. You can see behind me the time lapse that they did when that lava was coming and it was building up and it was filling it up. So definitely when it comes closer to Grindavik, that's where it's building up on top of each other, because there was a lot of lava basically flowing towards Grindavik, and right now it is building up, and I think you can see this once they release an updated map where we see where we're at now. I think there will be probably some higher areas. So I'm very interested to see what the updated map looks like. Another problem that they're facing, it's still the wildfires around the lava bed. And we've talked about this, and one of my viewers said, because I was like, well, it's like grass fires, there's not really bushes or trees. But yeah, you were right. It's like moss fires, right? All these former lava fields, they're covered with moss and maybe a little bit of grass, but some low growing vegetation sort of thing. And since it's very dry, that burns pretty good. So they're still dealing with that. And these wildfires occur, of course, around these lava beds where the lava is really very hot. And the danger is constant right now because the weather is dry. And it's crazy because in other areas of Iceland, roads are closed because of massive snowfall, avalanches and stuff like this. But here in this area, it's quite dry right now. And since the lava has become very high in certain areas, the glowing lava that's flowing up high, it can fall down from this lava fields, and then if it falls down or if it breaks through, then we can see a sudden flow of lava, and it advances then very rapidly, and new lava tongues break out at high speed. Also, in recent days, there is some air pollution again because of the glowing lava beds and of course the eruption and the wildfires. So high levels of hydrogen sulfide have been temporarily detected inside Grindavik, and the weather forecast for Tuesday was northeast and later east from the eruption stations. So the pollution did travel to the southwest and then later to the west, and so that it was noticed every now and then in Grindavik and as well as in other communities further west. So east and southeast, it's probably blowing on Wednesday, and then the gas pollution could reach the west and northwest and could be measured in many places in the western part of the Reykjanes Peninsula, for example, in Reykjanes Bear. So it's very important to watch the gas distribution forecast on a regular basis if you are in Iceland or if you're planning to travel to Iceland. The risk assessment map that they have released a while ago remains unchanged, and they basically re-updated it today, but it remains unchanged, and they say it's valid until April 9th if anything remains the same and if there are not major changes. Basically, the highest risk that they see in many areas of this map is caused by gas pollution, and the gas pollution risk is still assessed high in all areas. And but of course, wherever the eruption is in the Sutnuka crater areas, there it is assessed as very high. And Grindavik is still assessed as high due to like crack movements, fissure movements, lava flow, sudden sinkholes, and of course gas contamination. So Grindavik basically gets it all, unfortunately, and there's no relief for Grindavik at the moment. So guys, that was a quick update for you to have an overview what the situation is. I'll keep you updated. I have some interesting topics for a video that's probably coming out later today. I hope you're all doing good. I hope you're recovering from eating too much at Easter. I hope you had a great time with your families and loved ones or whoever. And yeah, I think I need another coffee to do all my chores, and then I'll be back with another video. If you're bored in the meantime, check out the videos in the end screen. And guys, if you could leave this video a like, that would be absolutely awesome. And if you're new here, hey, it would be great if you could subscribe so that you're always on the pulse with me, on the pulse with Silky. So thank you so much, guys. I see you very, very soon. Bye bye.